I'm quite glad that they removed that from PVZ2 because it felt like you had to bring the plant. I mean, like obviously, if you wanted to bring mushrooms along, you have to bring along a coffee bean, and that's essentially taking up 2 slots already just for one plant. And I mean they're good, but they're not they're not that good to bring them along. And you'd have to use them. You'd have to use the coffee bean on each of these plants. I'm tempted to bring someone along just to show you. I will bring. I will bring the ice shroom. I think that's a good example. So the kernel port was pretty good last time. Cabbage port. Uh, and then yeah, I think everything. Yeah, I think that will work pretty well. Oh, I thought I was missing something. I was like, that doesn't look right because I've got all the same plants plus the and also I didn't bring the coffee bean either, so that was pretty stupid. See, as you saw earlier, losing not having the garden rake in play meant that that first zombie managed to get he managed to cause a lot of problems. And if I had the garden rake, then I wouldn't have had to waste was it nearly 100 sun on throwing down plant pots trying to slow down the other zombies. So it's a really good thing to have, and it's really cheap. So always restock. You just gotta remember to buy it. That's the only thing. I mean, you can live without it. I mean, but it's just so much easier to have it with. So if you're looking for an easier time of it, then yeah, of course you should get it. So I'm tempted to put. So as you can see, if you put down a mushroom, it will have. It will be we'll have little Z's coming out, which represents that it is sleeping. And to wake it up, you just plant the coffee bean on top. I'm not going to use it just yet because I don't need to. But the good thing about having a plant like this sleeping is that obviously when you use it at night time, it's an instant plant. You put down the ice cream and then it'll have its little effect and it'll freeze the zombies and then it'll disappear. Whereas during the daytime, it will remain in that sleeping state until it is used, which means that I can effectively have it on standby. And then as long as the coffee bean isn't recharging, if I need to use it, I can just plant the coffee bean and boom, it will do its thing for me. So in fact, I'm gonna wait for the next wave and then I'll show you what it does. I'm gonna need attacking plants down, which is really problematic. Oh, might have to use it. Oh no! Oh, I did not time that very well at all. Okay, so I lost it there basically, which is stupid, but So that's me not. It's me taking too long to do things. So yeah, it can be eaten, obviously, even while it's in the process of waking up. I'm just waiting for this next wave to come in, and then I'll use it. But man, this zombie is going to town on my plants. Okay, here we go. I might as well just use it now. There you go. Plant the coffee bean on top of the mushroom, and it will then just work the same way as it would at night time. So it's frozen the zombies temporarily, and then obviously it's just chilled the rest of them when they thaw out. So yeah, I mean, the effects don't last very long. We've talked about this already before, but you know, to have it on standby and use it almost whenever you need it, as long as it doesn't get eaten, then yeah, it's an okay plan. And I think in situations like this, like where this builder zombies managed to climb straight over the first line of defense, having these pumpkins is a really good thing. And I don't know if you saw that, but the pogo zombie just bounced straight into the walnut and couldn't progress any further, because that's what the walnut does. Stops them dead. Oh no! I'm sure the zombies eat a lot quicker in this game, you know. If this was PvZ2, I don't think I would have lost that many plants in that short amount of time. Which is funny because I feel that PvZ2 is harder than number 1, and yet there are aspects of the game that make it easier. So that says a lot, doesn't it? Alright, I think we're pretty well set up now. Plonk this one down. I know I said not to put the walnuts too high, but the zombies are being thinned out quite nicely. Most of them aren't even making it to that line there, so I feel like I can push just a little bit. But if you feel like you can't maintain the ground, then by all means pull back. Don't try and take ground that you can't hold, because otherwise you're just wasting the sun. Once you get in a position where you've got like a really healthy sun balance, like here I've got like over 1,000 sun, and I'm pretty much set defensively and offensively. I'm okay, not too bad. You can always dig up sun plants to put down more offensive plants, just to really secure you know, your lanes. But I feel like I'm okay here. I've got a good balance. I mean, you know, you should never stop producing sun, because you never know what wave might be coming next, and you don't know whether you're going to lose plants unexpectedly. Like for example, if one of the Bungee zombies comes down and nicks, you know, whatever, or you get like a massive breach and they push really far down. So you should always have sun in the bank, and you should always be producing sun. But you know, if you've got tons and tons of it, then it's okay to cut back a little bit on your sun production and just concentrate more on putting down attacking and defensive plants. That'd have been a good time to use the ice shroom. I should have used it earlier. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I think I've been okay in this. If it lasted longer, it'd be such a good tactic, but unfortunately it just does not. A watering can. Now you can play Zen Garden mode. Okay, and I'll probably show you that in the next video.